It's my pleasure to announce or introduce Catherine Raby and Tyler Provost. Am I saying that correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, all right, I got it right. Cool. What caught my attention and the reason that I even started the conversation with you, Tyler, about getting on the show is because I saw some sort of patch you were wearing about autism. Can you tell me a little bit more? What was that a movement that you guys created or started?
Over the last year or so, there's been kind of special events that we've had as a department. 8-year-old girl reached out to us on Twitter from North Carolina saying
all the way in North Carolina?
Yeah, North Carolina, huge fan of us, huge fan of the department. And then after that, we had another fan reach out to us and, also suffered from autism. So we created the autism awareness patch.
I mean, we had people all the way from like the UK emailing, wanting patches. So it's gotten out there for sure.
Is it an ongoing thing that?
Yeah, they just ordered, I think, like a couple thousand more patches because they ran out. So people are still emailing. Autism awareness is 1 month, but realistically, like for people that have families or friends, that's an ongoing thing. So it was just a good way to show that, like, police, we are aware, we do care.
Catherine.
So I'll start. So I grew up watching Cops with my family.
Bad boys.
Yes. And then I did like a school project on a career, and I chose police officer. I had to research it, and I was hooked. And so for me, it was a no-brainer.
Well, my dad's a retired sergeant from Gilroy PD.
Okay.
So I was kind of born into the law enforcement. I ended up getting a bachelor's in business because I still wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And business is
an easy thing to do, right?
Yeah, business you can use for anything. Yeah. Talking to my dad, I want to ride along with him, and he's like, you should look into firefighting. And I was like, that's a great idea. My friends were doing it, and then nobody's really hiring for it. Took all the tests and whatnot, passed, but nobody's really hiring. Maybe I'll just be a cop. My dad's like, oh, it's a good choice too. So then I applied and got hired by Salinas, and that's kind of how it went.
Right?
Pretty much daily. Yeah.
And you had some pretty huge success, right?
Oh, yeah.
You want to go into that a little bit? You mind sharing?
Sure. In high school, I played sports. I did cheerleading, tennis, swim team. And then I got out of high school, and I did probably what everybody does. I put on a lot of weight. Turned 21, started drinking, and I blew up like a balloon. I think 215 pounds at my heaviest. Wow. So, and I woke up one day, and I was like,
done with this.
I can't. Like, this is not okay. And I just kind of started slowly making changes and lost like 75, 80 pounds now.
Wow.
So
I played a really low level of, I guess you'd call it professional baseball.
League or?
I was getting paychecks and stuff.
You were actually getting paid.
But not very much.
Still not getting paid.
Yeah. So I did that for 2 seasons and realized that there was 16-year-olds coming from Venezuela that were better than me at age 22.
Okay.
And they were a lot cheaper than I was to play. I saw the light at the end of my tunnel and finished the season and decided I needed a actual career.
yeah.
How do you guys manage? You meal prep or you survive on Max Fit
We
meals?
like to say we.
Smoothies?
We'll say we meal prep, but really it's Catherine meal prep.
I meal prep for the both of us.
There you go. Home chef.
Usually go shopping together.
He pushes the cart at least, or
Yeah.
loads of groceries in the car.
Carries
Yeah.
it from point A to point B.
Does he stack them all up try to make one trip out of like 20 bags?
That's
Yeah.
the only way to do it.
Yeah.
Right, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Sounds right. So,
Tips for success in our career.
yeah.
Or
just
set-
anything
carry
in
yourself.
life.
Yeah,
No
set
matter
a goal and know what
okay.
you want, because
Goal-driven.
if you don't really have like a end goal, you don't have anything that you're really pushing for.
So setting goals, managing your finances, being up on top of your finances, knowing, not getting into debt.
Yeah,
right?
that's a big one.
Do you follow the same routine?
Yes, I'm like die hard,
Okay.
set routine.
There you go.
And she's just kind of like go with the flow.
So, sometimes you don't always verbalize.
At least for me, I mean, everybody's different, obviously.
For everybody, I would
but I
say,
think
yeah.
that my routine is what got me where I'm at.
Okay.
And I think I would say I'm pretty successful at age 27.
Sure, yeah.
So I think the routines are kind of based around your goals, though. So if you don't have goals, you don't really have a routine.
Right.
If that makes sense.
100%.
Yeah.
Does, yeah.
So the fact that I have a goal because I wake up and go to the gym every day.
Okay.
And that's my routine. That and then go to work. I mean,
Sure.
it's not much of a routine.
I just feel like the new chief has come in and kind of, the way policing is now versus 20 years ago
Sure.
is it's much more community oriented.
Okay.
So by telling people, reach out to us if you have a problem, even if you think that it's not that big of a deal, if it's a big deal to you, then we do care, and we are going to respond, and we're going to do what we can to help you out. We're trying to close that gap. We're trying to make it so that we're more accessible to people. You know, a lot of people are a lot less likely to see a cop driving and flag them down. But if you can reach out on a social media platform and have an officer respond to you personally, people they'll react to that.
What we ended up doing, we created these packets, had like a little get together. It was kind of last minute. So hopefully next year it's a bigger turnout where we had families who have children who are autistic come down, fill out this packet, what scares them, what they like, take a picture with them. So that way, if we do come across them one day in the streets and we don't know who this kid is or anything like that, you give a description, to the person, on the other side of the radio. They look up, in the folder.
Oh, I see.
This could be him. This could be him. This might be his address. This might be his parents' phone
So if
number.
you see somebody acting like,
Just bringing more awareness.
mitigated,
It's just bringing more awareness and letting families feel more confident that we have better knowledge now of how.
So they basically opened it up to whoever wanted it. So if you were interested in doing it, you have the opportunity to do it. I believe when they first got here, they were recording 7 days a week and live on Friday, Saturday nights. And now they're, I think, 5 days a week with still live on Friday, Saturday nights. But it's more stressful than a regular 10-hour shift because you have cameras in your face and you're actually actively looking for stuff to do. There's no downtime.
I made a Freudian slip on national television while it was live, and people,
Did they? I didn't catch
oh
it.
man, they roasted me. It
Okay.
was so bad, and I just decided that I didn't feel that people were getting the reason I wanted to do it and go on is to show that like females can be good cops. When people started, focusing on what I looked like, what my hair
I
looked
see.
like, I was
Okay.
like, that's not the reason I wanted to
Right.
do it. And so why do it?
Sure.
Ride-alongs are the best way because if you think about it, no other job allows you to kind of like test drive before you apply. And that's what a ride-along is. You get to see, truly, it's not just the exciting stuff that you see on Cops or Live PD, because obviously they're going to air the exciting stuff. It's a lot of paperwork.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just a lot of sitting, driving around in your car. We get called to everything from there's a dead cat in the road that we need to go clean up because for somebody, that's a big deal, to armed robberies. So the spectrum is huge. And like I was telling you earlier, some people feel like they can't complain or they don't call in because they don't think we're going to think it's a big problem. But if it's a big deal to you, it's a big deal to you. So we'll respond no matter what. Yeah, if they want to, if anyone's interested in going on a ride along or getting more information on working for the best department ever, we're biased, but
We have a recruiting officer,
officer.
Officer Dave Poland. He sets up ride-alongs if you're interested in being a police officer. If
out all the
if you're
info.
not interested in being a police officer and just want to ride along, you can just contact the front desk and there's kind of a wait line. But I'm always open to ride-alongs. I enjoy
do
it.
that.
I enjoy teaching people what we actually do, explaining why we do stuff.
Thank you so much, Catherine. Thank you, Tyler.
Thanks for
Thank you.
having us.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's
It
been
was a pleasure.
awesome. Yeah, you got all information you need today. This has been number.
13.
Finish out. Wrap it up, Brian.
Thank you guys, everybody, for watching, for listening when you listen to this on the podcast. Everybody have a great day. For Chris Spencer, I'm Brian Meek. Thank you, Tyler and Catherine. We're out of here. Deuces.